Welcome to Big B Daily. No frauds allowed.
All right. What is going on, people? Thank you again for joining the Big B Daily Show. We are live here on TikTok, live on YouTube. Halloween edition. It is the Halloween edition. Let me just say this real quick so everybody gets the point in the picture. Yes, that is Mike back there. I'm moving to both sides. Mike Myers. Now look, if you see him moving, don't be lying. Don't be lying. If you see him move an inch, you got to let me know because I'm running out of here and I'm burning my whole house down. Okay? I'm not messing around. If he moves an inch, tell me, I'll get out, and then I'm burning the house down. I'm burning it to the ground. So, again, thank you guys. Again, Big B Daily Show, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Gonna be a good day today, man. Gonna be a great day today. Good sports day today. So, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's Halloween. It's my favorite holiday is Halloween. You know, I'm a big dude, so obviously I love Thanksgiving because all you do is eat. But Halloween, I love it. I'm going to be scaring the hell out of some kids tonight, man. Scaring the hell out of them. I love it. I love it. Somebody already asking a question over here. Where's your costume? Showed up as yourself. Hey, man, I got a guy. I think that he didn't want, before he does his killing spree tonight, you know, he wanted to come on the show. He wanted to come on the show, show some support to the Big B Daily Show, man. So let's get after it. Starting off today, let's just do it. Fraud of the week. Fraud of the week. Who do we got? There's a lot of people with fraud of the week. We could go the Chiefs. The Chiefs are absolute frauds this week. Who else? 49ers. You know how I feel about the 49ers and Brock Purdy. Y'all let me know. Who's a fraud of the week? Who do y'all think are the fraud of the week? The Eagles. I mean, that's a Dallas fan that's just jealous. The Steelers got to be considered good. Don't do that to me. Don't. I'm in a good mood today. Don't do it. OU. I got OU written down. There's a whole bunch of people that think OU. So how are the Lions? So Russ is cooking. North Carolina getting beat by Georgia Tech. Look, man. I'm going to have two this week. The first one is near and dear to my heart. It's got to be the Louisville Cardinals basketball team getting beat by a Division II Kentucky Wesleyan last night. I mean, unbelievable. For the second year in a row, you can't beat a Division II team in an exhibition. That's number one for me. The second fraud of the week is got to be Oklahoma. You had a clear path to not only the Big 12 championship, but also the national title or the college football playoff. You had a clear path. And next thing you know, they get whipped by Kansas. And look, Kansas is a good football team. But I think OU, man, I don't know. Sad. OU and Louisville, frauds of the week. So let's move on, man. The Falcons can't be frauds losing to Will Levis. How good do people think the Falcons actually are? I get it, Dirty Sanchez. I understand. But the Falcons can't be frauds. You got to be considered good. And I don't think enough people consider the Falcons to be good. I know myself, I don't consider the Falcons to be that good. So, can't be considered fraud of the week if you're not that good. You know what I'm saying? So, Washington Commanders can't be frauds either, man. Nobody thinks they're any good. Let's move on. So, big NBA trade today, or in the middle of the night last night, James Harden. What do y'all think about it? I mean, I'm just going to ask you guys. You tell me what you think about it, because personally, I think Philly wins the trade. I think Philly wins the trade. The reason that I say that is because how good you saw what Philly was, is what James Harden brought to him. Couldn't get to the Eastern Conference Finals. So why not add some depth, some defense, a little bit of shooting, build a little bit for the future, and try to go that route and see where you are by the trade deadline. And then maybe you go do something at the trade deadline, go get a guy. Because personally, James Harden was a problem. I don't see how it's even going to fit with the Clippers. I mean, I heard this today on First Take by Tim Legler, and it makes sense. He was talking about how the Clippers made the trade because they don't trust that Kawhi Leonard or Paul George is going to be healthy come playoff time. And I get that. I get that 100%. However, what has James Harden ever done in the playoffs that makes you think you can count on him? That's my counter to that. What has James Harden ever done in the playoffs that if one of those two guys goes down, that you can just plug him in and play? I don't think it works. Westbrook is thriving in the role that he's in. Now you're going to ask him to take even more of a back seat? I don't know that Russ is interested in doing that. So I don't know. Look, Harden's a great player. So, and that's right. All 4 SoCal users are on the same squad. I get it. Everybody's on the same squad. My man, Deron Tyler, who is a Southern Cal phenom, just a super fan of anybody from California. But if you're from Southern California, he loves you. And he's got to be loving this, even though he's a Laker fan. But I don't see how it works. I'll be honest. I don't see how it works. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of the trade. I think I'm not a big fan of James Harden as it is, but hopefully it works out for everybody involved, man. Hopefully it works out. So, and again, thank you guys for joining the live. Again, Big B Sports or Big B Daily Show, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. We're here. We're growing. We love that you guys are a part of this. Thank you all. If you're on TikTok, keep tapping the screen, man. We're going to hit 5,000 likes. We were looking for 3,500. Let's bump it up to $5,000. And if you're not following, give me a follow. As the people can attest to you over on YouTube, it's a better show, more interactive. And all you have to do is click on the YouTube link in my bio. It's a better show. You get access to more stuff. Get access to podcasts, interviews. My man, Fantasy Football Hot Soup, that comes on every Wednesday on the show. He's linked over there. So come on over and subscribe. Same thing with YouTube. You're on YouTube and you're not subscribed and you're just watching, go ahead and subscribe to Big B Sports Talk, man. I'd appreciate it. And appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the support. Let's move on to the NFL trade deadline. Let's talk about it. I don't think they did enough. Teams did enough. Thanks for the rose. I appreciate it over here on TikTok. But we did call one trade yesterday. I think collectively we kind of talked about it. Joshua Dobbs going to Minnesota. Remember we talked about what Minnesota could do. And I mentioned it. And a bunch of you guys piggybacked and said the same thing. And they made the trade. They made the trade. Give it 2 weeks. Give it 2 weeks. And I think he's in the starting lineup. They're going to see what they got with who they got right now. I like it. I like it. Yeah, we talked about Leonard Williams yesterday going to the Seahawks. That's huge for them. That's huge for them. And Minnesota, I think if Dobbs can help them, I like it because, like we talked about again yesterday, if you look at their schedule, if Cousins doesn't get hurt, the next 8 games, I think Minnesota wins at least 6 of those. And one of those was on Sunday. So I thought they might even trade. Ooh, thanks for the gift, man. Appreciate it. I thought they might trade for Jameis Winston. So I don't know. My man Dallas, then all of a sudden over here on YouTube said, did I see Devontae Adams being traded from the Raiders? No, because he didn't get traded from the Raiders. What are you talking about? I mean, unless it happened after the trade deadline, which it didn't. But maybe you're just asking, did I think he would? No. But he didn't get traded. He didn't get traded. So, yeah, I don't know. I wish the NFL trade deadline was more like the other 2 sports, like basketball. Thanks for the gift, man. Appreciate it. Like it was more like basketball or Major League Baseball. But the NFL doesn't do it like that. So, Super Bowl favorite right now? In the AFC, I like right now, I still like the Chiefs, but I like the Bengals and I like the Ravens. I guess I like the Eagles, but I like the Seahawks. I still like the Seahawks. So that's who I like. Yeah, the NFL trade deadline was another dud, man. It was another dud. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. So, well, let's get on. Let's get on with it. Let's get on to the Q&A section, man. Let's get on to Q&A sections. Just keep popping those questions. TikTok, keep popping that screen. Still need a bunch of new followers. So if you're in here and you're not following, please give me a follow, man. So Eagles and Seahawks, somebody said over on TikTok, are dangerous. Yeah, I like the Eagles and the Seahawks right now. Right now. Things change. We know things can change. So, World Series last night. Rangers trying to take control. Big game tonight. Anybody want the Rangers to win other than me? I want the Rangers to win. I'm from Dallas, or I live in Dallas, and I'm going for the Rangers. I am going for the Rangers. Pretty good game last night, too. So, I'm a Niner hater? Or am I a Niner truth teller? And 49er fans are after me because I was right about Brock Purdy. What do you want me to do? Sorry. I was right about Brock Purdy. I mean, you can call me a hater if you want to, but was I not right? Did I not say that once Brock Purdy got some real game pressure on him, he was going to fold like a cheap accordion? And lo and behold, he got some real game pressure on him, and he has folded the last 3 weeks like a cheap accordion. So that's all I'm saying. He's not Joe Montana like a lot of you Niner fans were saying. He's not Joe Montana. He was never going to be Joe Montana. So stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Let's see. People can talk about the Chiefs losing to Denver. They'll be on the couch when we are in the playoffs. I don't understand why Chiefs fans are so mad. Like the rest of the world made them lose to the Broncos. I mean, you played bad. That's why you lost. Mahomes played bad. That's why they lost. Nobody else did that. I don't understand all the drama behind it. You got beat. You played bad. You gave a bad team an opportunity to hang around and they beat you. How many times have we seen that happen in any sport? You give a bad team an opportunity. Every now and then they take advantage of it. Hell, you've only beaten them 16 times in a row. Too bad you couldn't beat them 17. Jiminy Christmas. What are we talking about here? So let's see here. My man Joe, he was just reading off a Seattle Seahawks news post that Seattle had tried to make a trade with who? With who? You cut off. But they did make a trade. Who do you think, or what do I think of the Lions getting Donovan Peoples-Jones? I think it's going to help. I think it's a replacement for Marvin Jones because Marvin Jones isn't coming back, I don't believe. So good for them. Good for them. I was the same way, man. I wanted Jameis to get out of the Big Easy, get a fresh start somewhere. Now, look, I'm not a big Jameis Winston fan. I still call him 30 for 30. However, I thought he could have helped Minnesota. Once Kirk Cousins got hurt, I don't care what they're doing. Jameis is better than anybody up there. So, man, I feel sorry for Raiders fans right now. I'll be honest. I'm not a big Raider fan. My brother was a big Raider fan. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. So, but I just thought, man, how bad are the Raiders? I mean, last night was pathetic. And they won't throw the ball to, I know he had 7 targets, but they weren't real targets to Devontae Adams. 1 catch. Figure out a way. Devise an offense to get him the football. Do something. Ugh. Terrible. Yeah, I did see that, Seth. I did see that Kansas lost to Illinois in their scrimmage. It's a scrimmage, but it is what it is. Louisville can't be losing to Division II teams. So, now here is a good question. My man Jamar, get the bread. Or get bread. Would you rather have Winston or Dobbs? Also, Purdy hasn't won any big games, even though he got injured. First off, yes, Purdy hadn't won any big games. I'm a firm believer that he's a good quarterback, but game pressure, man, changes you. It's just like, think about the first time when people go play football as kids. You're out there, you don't have pads on, you're not hitting. There's guys that look like superstars. Once the pads go on and you start hitting, things change. Things change. Same thing for Brock Purdy. Same thing for Brock Purdy. And everybody's saying he was Joe Montana. I'm like, come on, man, stop it. He's the next Joe Montana. No, he's not. No, he's not. But to answer the first part of your question, I would rather have Jameis Winston than Dobbs. I just would. I would rather have Winston than Dobbs. So that's just me. Yeah, they were. A lot of people were acting like Brock Purdy was a beast. A ton of people were acting like Brock Purdy was just this monster. But, and I'm not saying Brock Purdy's not good. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying he never had game pressure. Now, the one thing is with the bye, looking at some film, doing some self-scouting, he can get better. He can get better, man. We gotta open that aspect up of it too, that Brock Purdy can be better. But it is what it is right now, man. It is what it is right now. So, now this would have been spicy. The Seahawks were trying to trade DK Metcalf to the Raiders and a 3rd-round draft pick, but they didn't do it. But I don't know how that makes sense for the Raiders. That doesn't make sense at all. But it definitely makes sense for the Seahawks because Devontae Adams is head and shoulders better than DK Metcalf. But they didn't do it, so oh well. Hold on. Oh, he's talking about somebody thinks that Chase Young would be ruining the Seahawks' chances. I don't know. He had so many injuries, and the 49ers have a weak secondary. I mean, how good is Chase Young? In TikTok, how good is Chase Young? And YouTube, how good is he? I don't know, man. I don't know. Montez Sweat going to the Bears. Can somebody tell me? And I'm just asking, what in the hell are the Bears doing? Why would you go out and trade for Montez Sweat unless you're going to sign him to a long-term deal? It's the end of his contract. What are you doing? Like, seriously, what the hell are you doing? It doesn't even make any sense. Oh, my goodness. I don't get it. I don't get it. Somebody said Jameis got a fresh start for 5 years in Tampa. He don't deserve a second chance. All these bad quarterbacks around the league that got second chances, Jameis can't get one? Hell, Geno Smith sat for a decade and got another chance. And he was way worse than what Jameis was. Way worse. Now, see, Seth, you're trying to piss me off, Seth. Seth over here on YouTube said that he is going as Halloween dressed up as Matt Canada. He's got his clown costume already ready to go. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to be in a good mood today. Now, first of all, it's super funny. It's hilarious. But I'm trying to be in a good mood today. Y'all aren't letting me. Y'all are not letting me be in a good mood, man. Don't clown me like this. We got a game on Thursday. So Chase Young is garbage. I'm seeing a lot of that on TikTok. I don't know. And I don't know how good Chase Young really is. I really don't. I just you all can tell me. I've seen him play. He doesn't wow me. I know he had that great rookie year, and everybody always said, well, he got hurt his second year. I'm like, hold on a second. He did, but he played 10 games his second year with 1.5 sacks before he got hurt. So it wasn't like he was just dominating and then got hurt. That wasn't the case. So I don't know. See, now people over here saying Chucky moved. Well, does that look like Chucky? First of all, Chucky's not that tall. That is not Chucky. All right? And I'm offended that you would think Mike Myers is Chucky. Matter of fact, let Mike Myers show up at your house tonight. Because he's in a bad mood. He's going to be in a bad mood. That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get. Unbelievable. So, let's see here. Are we streaming the game Thursday? Of course. The Steelers. Now, I'll be in big time Steeler mode on Thursday. So I'm going to be in Homer mode. Now, y'all are going to get an opportunity to watch how I watch the Steelers on Thursday. Y'all are going to get an opportunity to see that. Nothing but attitude. I yell. I scream. I get pissed off at a lot. So while it's been entertaining, and we live stream Thursday Night Football every week, while it's been entertaining, y'all are going to get to see the real Big B watch his squad on Thursday. I mean, it's going to be fun. I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So, do. Now, hey, college football preview tonight. College football playoff. Top 4 teams coming out tonight. Who do you got? Who do you got? So, I think it's easily Georgia. In this order, I think it's going to be Georgia. A change from yesterday. Ohio State, Michigan, and Washington. That's who I think. I'm changing it up from yesterday. It's going to be Georgia, Ohio State 2, Michigan 3, Washington 4. I think Florida State's on the outside looking in just because Washington has a better win. Now, look, obviously some other things are going to play themselves out. Florida State will be 5. Oregon, I think, will be 6. Now, probably Texas will be 6. Texas will be 6. So that's who I got. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Watch out behind me. Hey, man, don't be kidding around like that. I don't like this little hand right here. That little hand. Because if that grabs me on the shoulder, there's going to be a problem. Because if he grabs me on the shoulder, I don't think I can get away. You know how Mike's got super strength. I don't think I can get away. But yeah, that's who I got for my college football 4. So I got 1 is Georgia, 2 Ohio State, 3 Michigan, 4 Washington. That's who I got. That's who I got. So let's see here. Jamar, again, Big B, don't I think Seattle should look into Penix and have him sit behind Geno for a year? Didn't Seattle just take a quarterback? I'm pretty sure they did. I'm not sold on Penix either. I think Penix is an outstanding college quarterback. I'm not sold on Penix as an NFL quarterback. So I'm just not sold. So do I think Jim Harbaugh to the NFL next year? 1,000%. I believe that's going to happen. 1,000%. Pete Carroll 2.0. Get in trouble in college, moves on to the NFL before anything happens to you. Or whatever happens, he doesn't care. So, I don't know. I mean, tearing your ACL as a quarterback versus other positions, I don't think that's necessarily a stay away. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Jordan Travis to the NFL, well, he's a senior. And I don't think Penix tore both ACLs. I think he did one at Indiana. Did he do one before that in high school or something? Michael Myers is a killer pass rusher. He is, isn't he, Maurice? Mike Myers can turn the corner. Mike Myers can get off the edge and turn the corner. And will have an attitude when he gets to the quarterback. Will have a bad attitude when he gets to the quarterback. Gonna turn the corner, get off the edge, and just have bad intentions at the quarterback. So, just bad intentions. Jason Whitlock is at it again. What did he say? Fraud alert, Lincoln Riley. You know, Lincoln Riley's always on fraud alert. I don't think Lincoln Riley is that good of a football coach like everybody believes that he is. I don't believe it. I got to see it to believe it. And I haven't been able to see it. So I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, I thought it was just one ACL from Michael Penix Jr. I didn't think he tore both of them. It's just one. So it's just one. There's a lot of people that can't stand Whitlock, man. A lot of us. A lot of us. The thing about Whitlock is he doesn't believe. Now, there's some stuff, it's entertainment value, and I understand all that. I just don't think he actually believes a lot of the stuff that he says. But that's just me. That's just me. What else we got here, man? So, did anybody hear Dabo Swinney? Have you all heard Dabo Swinney just going off on fans? I like it. I like it because he's right. Clemson was garbage before he got there. Clemson was garbage before Dabo got there. He cleans it up, turns it around, wins 2 national titles. They win 10 games every year. And then now the 1 year that they're having a bad season, and they're having a bad season for Clemson, all of a sudden the fans are turning on him. Now, granted, he's got to do some more stuff in NIL. He's got to do stuff in the transfer portal. He's got to do those things because everybody else is. But man, For people to turn on him like that, I think it's nuts. It's nuts. So it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Question here: do you think the Clippers will even do anything postseason? I think the Clippers, I don't know. It depends on health. If Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are healthy, then yeah, they're going to do something. But we haven't been able to see that the entire time that they have been together. So it really depends on health. It just depends on health. So, yeah, man. Dabo coming out so hard against the NIL and the transfer. Kids don't want to hear that. Kids do not want to hear that. So, Clippers are a second round exit? I know. Again, I think it depends on health. I think it depends on health. So, I think the Harden trade, I don't know how much the Harden trade is really going to help them. I really don't. I'd like to see it help them, but we don't know. We don't know. Again, man, just as a reminder, live Monday through Friday, the Big B Daily Show, live on TikTok, live on YouTube. I appreciate all the support, man. TikTok users, come on over. First off, give me a follow on here, and then come on over to YouTube. Click on the YouTube link in my bio. More interaction over there, more access to podcast interviews, fantasy football talk with Hot Soup Fantasy Football, just more things that you'll have access to. So come subscribe to Big B Sports Talk over on YouTube, man. I'd appreciate it. But first things first, subscribe to me here on YouTube or on TikTok. So if you're in here, give me a follow if you're not already following. And everybody on YouTube, if you're watching and you're not subscribing, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Very simple. Takes you 2 seconds. So, yeah, I thought Denver was going to trade Jerry Jeudy as well. I was for sure Jerry Jeudy was going to get traded. But that just goes to show you Denver doesn't know what they're doing. Denver doesn't know what they're doing. So, did 49ers get the last Infinity Stone with Chase Young? No. Chase Young should be better because he'll have, I don't know, they got a good D-line in Washington. So I don't know how good Chase Young is going to be. So good for Washington. They're building for the future. They're going to have a whole new staff next year because their coach ain't going to be there for sure. For sure. So let's see here. 1 ball, 4 players who live on iso ball. Yeah, definitely not going to work. Paul George doesn't have to live on iso ball. He doesn't have to. The others, yes. I mean, people kept saying, well, James Harden played off the ball with Chris Paul. No, he didn't. He had the ball in his hand. He wasn't coming off screens. He was an iso ball, pick and roll. That's what James Harden did. So, I'm sorry. He was not running off screens and doing all that, playing off the ball. And if he was playing off the ball, he just stood in the corner. That's it. Will Levis is smoking the Steelers on Thursday. No, he's not. He had the one good game, 4 touchdowns. He'll have 4 picks against the Steelers. Steelers going to get after him, put some pressure on him. 4 picks. 4 picks. So that's what's going to happen. Oh, Will Levis. It doesn't matter, man. The Steelers win 17-14. We got to score more than 17, don't we? I don't know. I say that. That's not going to happen. We don't score many points anyway, man. We don't score many points anyway. Thought the Seattle was going to have the Supersonics back by now. No. I don't even think Seattle gets the next NBA team. I think it's Las Vegas. I know they said that they're going to get one, First of all, they don't need to expand. There doesn't need to be any more expansion in the NBA. The league's already watered down. I mean, why would you expand? Now, if you want to move a team, I'm for that. I'm for moving a team, but I'm not for expanding. That would be horrible. Horrible if they expanded. Like I said, the league's already watered down. Now you're going to expand? That's nuts. My man Daniel says Georgia, Ohio State, Florida State, Michigan in that order for the college football playoff. I don't think they put Michigan at 4, but they could because Michigan's resume is terrible. It's terrible. But Washington has the best win of all those teams. Washington has the best win. They just have the best win. So, I don't know. It's just my thoughts. But I do like that. I like it. That's outside the norm. Georgia, Ohio, I think Ohio State almost has to be too, don't they? They almost have to be. So, undefeated with that resume, my personal opinion. So, in the top 3 in the NFC, my man Jamar says the Eagles, or first of all, the Seahawks, Eagles, 49ers, with the Cowboys 4th. That's probably right. That's probably right. What's good, man? What's going on? I appreciate you joining live, man. Thank you. That's probably right. So, let's see here. Jimmy G looks terrible? Yeah, because Jimmy G is terrible. Now, you're right. I don't think that they respect the Pac-12. But Washington has the best win. They do. The resume is not horrible, and they have the best win over Oregon. So, of those teams, they have the best one. The best overall win might be Texas because they went to Alabama and won. But Ohio State beat Penn State. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely interested. Definitely interested. So, yes, the 49ers got Chase Young. Good pickup. I don't know how good he is, but good pickup. Good question, Daniel. What NBA team would you relocate? The Pelicans. Either Pelicans or Charlotte. One of those two I would relocate. Actually, I would relocate Charlotte first. I would relocate them in a heartbeat. To LA? Or not LA, but to Las Vegas? Absolutely. Absolutely. Kevin K, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Who do you have the Heisman? Does Oklahoma State running back have a legitimate shot? I think he does if he keeps going. If he keeps going, I think he's got a chance. Now, they lost 2 games, but if they somehow get into the Big 12 championship game and he keeps going, how the hell does he not? So, how does he not? I think he's got to have a chance. I think he's got to have a chance. But if I'm just talking about right now, the Heisman, you got Jordan Travis, Bo Nix, Marvin Harrison Jr. has to be in that along with Jaden Daniels. Now, again, Jaden Daniels, 2 losses, but they got a huge game coming up this weekend. Huge game against Alabama on the road. So, Steelers in the house. We appreciate you, Kevin K. Thank you, man. And just as a reminder, anybody over on YouTube, send in a super chat, man, whatever you want. That will get your question answered immediately. And if there's multiple, you definitely get put to the front of the line. So just keep that in mind, and anything is welcome. So thank you. Penn State, when do they play Michigan? I think it's in a few weeks. I think in 2 weeks. So I'm pretty sure. Yes, the Pelicans. The Pelicans got to go. The Pelicans got to go. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. Look what the Pelicans did to Zion. Look what the Pelicans, there's the thing. Look what the Pelicans did to Zion Williamson. Put on 75 pounds. All that food down there, man. Get him out. You got to get out of New Orleans. Get out. And yes, the Hornets again. Nobody in Charlotte's going to miss them if they leave. Nobody is going to care. And where would the NBA rather go? Charlotte or Las Vegas? Come on, man. That's easy. That's easy. Score prediction for the Cowboys and the Eagles. I really don't do score predictions that often, but I think the Eagles are going to whip them. 34-17, 34-20, something of that nature. So my man James Richards thinks Peoples-Jones was a steal for the Lions. Yeah, I think he was. So bring the Pistons back to Fort Wayne? No, that's not going to happen. No. Thoughts on the Cowboys not making a move? I think the Cowboys are idiots. Their roster's not good enough to win it all. So for him, Jerry Jones not to make a move is just stupid, but it's Jerry Jones. So, Jerry Jones, what do you expect? Oh, okay. My man Joe says he thinks that Oklahoma State running back will win the Heisman because it's been dominated. Yeah, that's what you meant to say. Won in this era. I think Penix Jr. will win the Heisman. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the trick-or-treaters might be at my house early. Somebody rang the doorbell already. I need to send Mike down there to give him some candy. So, it's a little early for trick-or-treaters. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's been dominated by quarterbacks. Penix Jr. has played lousy the last 2 weeks. So, Bo Nix. Yeah, I think Bo Nix. And Jordan Travis doesn't get enough love either. Jordan Travis hadn't gotten enough love either. So we'll see. We will see. Cowboys should have gone after Judy. Cowboys should have went and got a running back. They should have either brought Zeke back or Derrick Henry or somebody, a power running back. It's silly for them not to have one. It's silly. But that's the Cowboys. That is the Cowboys. Not smart. Not smart. Gavin O'Brien thinks that the Orlando Magic will be very good in a couple years. You could be right. That's another team that could move. Is the Orlando Magic. That's another team that could move. I wouldn't mind them moving to Las Vegas or even Seattle. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. So the Clippers aren't relocating. Nobody's leaving Los Angeles. The Clippers just need their own arena, which they're going to have next year. It's going to be phenomenal. It'll be better than where they play at currently. So the Clippers are just fine. You don't leave LA. Nobody leaves LA. I don't believe, Joe, that North Carolina does play Florida State in a regular season. I don't think they do. Matter of fact, I know so. Yeah, Mike Myers back there just chilling today, man. He's just chilling. The Raiders are not going to come back either. The Raiders stink, just so we're clear. The Raiders stink. Not good. Not good. The Magic aren't leaving Orlando. Now, I don't think they will, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't. I mean, if I'm an owner, you're going to make more money in Las Vegas. So, but that's just me. That's just me. All right, man. We're going to shut this one down for today, man. I appreciate it. As always, Big B Daily Show, live on TikTok, live on YouTube, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, man. I appreciate all the support. Thank you. Remember to come and subscribe over on YouTube. Come subscribe to Big B Sports Talk and join the show, join the live stream over there. If you're on TikTok, give me a follow. I appreciate it. Thank you guys, man. And I will holler at you guys tomorrow. Happy Halloween. Aloha.